Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica, and this is your May 2019 Astrology and Tarot forecast video. I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about what's going on for you for the month of May. At the beginning of the month, we're going to start out with a new moon at 14 degrees of Taurus in your 6th house. 6th house is the house of work and health, or competency and skills you bring to the services that you provide. It's also house of your daily routine and daily pets. New moons are when the sun and moon are in the same spot at the same time in the sky, giving each other a hug or a kiss. This new moon is also going to be under the influence of Uranus, the planet that brings us liberation, independence, revolution, shocks, and surprises as well. Electricity and internet stuff could also be involved. This new moon is spotlighting our senses, especially the intuitive and the vocal, also giving a focus to the throat chakra. At the time of the new moon, we have Venus in Aries squaring Saturn in Capricorn, urging that we be kind. We have Mercury in Aries trining Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius, your sign, bringing us inspired ideas and inspired communication. This new moon at 14 degrees of Taurus is asking that you find your balance, again, if need be. It's asking that you build supportive foundations for your values to flourish. And it's also asking that you speak your truth and the reality of your truth in grounded and inspired love. This new moon at 14 degrees of Taurus also has a Sabian symbol attached to it. I had a card jump out of the deck. That is my key to shuffle the deck. So, a little distracted here in the moment. Sabian symbol at 14 degrees of Taurus from straightwoo.com reads, a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And from this we can take the theme that riches come from linking the celestial and earthly natures. So the bottom card is the underlying theme or overarching energy of the spread. Top three are for clarity, and you had a card jump out while I was shuffling. So this new moon, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow in your 6th house of work and health, or competency and skills you bring to the services that you provide. It's also dealing with your daily routine and your pets. Health is the first wealth as well. Without health, you can do nothing else. So this is a good time for you to focus on 6th house endeavors and putting the time and energy into your body, your health, your energy, your workspace, so that you can be better efficient in whatever area of life you're looking for about 6 months from now, when we have the Taurus full moon during Libra season. On the 5th of the, or on the 7th of the month, pardon me, on March, if I could speak, May 7th, we have Mercury, the planet of thought, movement, and communication, moving into Taurus. This is also the 6th house. A lot of 6th house focus for the first half of this month of work, health, competency, and skills that you bring to the services that you provide, your daily routine, and your pets. Had a card jump out of this deck too, Sagittarius. There's a lot of things that are trying to come to you through the cards. Let me grab the one that fell on the floor. Also going to cut the deck. Mercury moving into that 6th house means that there's going to be more movement. There's going to be more talking. There's going to be more thought, more interaction, more dialogue in that area of work and health. On the 16th of the month, we have Venus, the planet of love, beauty, harmony, money, and resources, moving into that 6th house. Again, I said lots of focus on that area of work and health, or the competency and skills you bring to the services that you provide, your daily routine, and also dealing with your pets. Very same day, we have Mars, the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, moving into Cancer. Mars is hot. It boils things. It's fire. Cancer is the crab and a water sign. It is literally like boiling water in that 8th house. 8th house is the house of intimacy, intimate things, sexuality. It's the house of life, death, and rebirth. major transformation, major metamorphosis. I think of it as the house where the caterpillar goes in as a caterpillar and comes out as a butterfly. Complete different perspective change, complete different body change, possibly a head change as well. Major change in that 8th house. For some of you, you could be working out that Martian energy of energy, impulse, or aggression sexually, and that's a good way to work with it. Just protect yourself and your partner in any intimate endeavors you may take on. On the 18th of the month, we have a full moon at 27 degrees of Scorpio in the 12th house of secrets, karma, and hidden things. It's also the nebulousness, fogginess. It's dream space. It's illusion, delusion, deception sometimes. It's also like the house of institutions. Full moon shining on that 12th house. Some of you may have a hard time sleeping during the full moon. It may be that your mind is too active, or you're thinking about your work or your health in those areas of life. The Sabian symbol that is associated with 27 degrees Scorpio from straightwoo.com again reads, a military band marching noisily on through the streets. And we can take from this the aggressive glorification of cultural values. On the 22nd of the month, we have the Sun and Mercury moving into Gemini, your 7th house. 7th house is the house of your partnerships, collaborations, relationships. It's also open enemies or frenemies and like litigation. It's the house of the other. Let me grab a sip really quick, Sagittarius, and we'll start talking about the cards in just a moment. All right. So let's talk about the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot. From the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card deck, this has been a regular in this month's series. Amazonite. It speaks to truthful speaking and communication. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the throat chakra. Amazonite heals the throat chakra and mends broken communication patterns in your life. You have pulled this card because it's time for you to speak your truth in love. Whether it is finding the right words, communicating with loved ones, or expressing yourself honestly. This card also calls on you to set aside your computers and cell phones for a while, since Amazonite is a reliever of geomagnetic stress. So meditate with Amazonite to enable heartfelt communication and to shed the negative energetic waves emitted by your electronic devices. We also have the Peacock Or card. This card is a card that flew out of the deck while I was shuffling it. Deals with psychic intuition and astral travel. It can help heal and amplify the vibrations of the third eye chakra. Peacock Or is the witch's stone. It helps hold sacred space for ritual and attunes you to nature's cycles, moon phases, and the wheel of the year. You've pulled this card because Source is calling you to awaken your intuition and psychic ability. Meditate with Peacock Or to facilitate visioning work, outer realm magic, and astral travel. Now, you may be getting psychic messages in and through the full moon. Scorpio goes very, very deep. I am a Scorpio rising. Water signs are given the inherent title of intuitive, psychic-like behavior, but I believe that everybody has a psychic sense to them, that the gut instinct is strong in all of us, and our ability to either rationalize why we don't listen to our gut or rationalize why we do listen to our gut is going to be the different side of the coin from which you see from your perspective. Me, I've seen it on both sides. Before I survived the house fire in 2014, I was very logic-based. I needed evidence and I needed proof, physical, tangible proof. And after surviving the house fire and a lot of the things that has kind of crossed my way since then, I am learning more and more that there is a certain magic to each of us. And the more that you indulge it, the more that you can play with it. So, from the Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, we got practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, You can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. And I feel like this is you looking at that 6th house of work and health and deciding that where you're at is not where you want to be. And that's not a bad thing. Being able to name it means that you can tame it. So you're not where you want to be. That's fine. With Jupiter retrograde in your sign, Jupiter rules you, or your sign, Sagittarius. It is no surprise to me that you are doing some internal reflection on your the area of life that deals with service and health and work and routine. It may be that where you're at right now is not where you want to be, as I've said before. The way to get there is through daily practice. And what I mean by that is they say it takes 30 to 31 days of constant, repetitive action to make a habit for you. So it could be that you are establishing good habits for yourself in the area of work and health. It could be that you're establishing a work routine that allows for you to study at home to build your competency and skills more, and also allow you to work out to where you get the best of both worlds. It's really kind of what it feels like in giving this reading so far. Now, the tarot card that jumped out of the deck while I was shuffling is the Page of Cups. Sorry, Page of Cups. The pages are known for being messages or messengers coming to you through water sign energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Again, probably getting messages on that full moon from a messenger that could be a Scorpio, but also just through scorpionic means. Like watching this video that's made for you by a Scorpio rising. Page of Cups is dealing with emotions. This page is noticing the synchronicity in life and can be very creative or inspired by what is going on around them. That inspiration requires action so that you can make something. And by following the inspiration and doing the action, you are practicing. And by practicing, you make perfect, right? Now, the bottom card in the top three, or the bottom card of the deck, which represents the underlying theme or overarching energy, is this 8 of Cups. We have a new moon / full moon situation, depending on how you want to look at it. 8 is a theme of change. Cups are water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And the 8 of Cups deals with escapism and disappointment. I see it as walking away from an emotional investment or being separated from something emotionally that you put a lot into and that you no longer can reach. You no longer have the resources to put into it. There's a significant change that has occurred that has separated you from something that meant a great deal to you. And if it isn't separating you from the thing that meant a great deal, then it's separating a situation, a person, a location that you're kind of emotionally attached to. First card in the top 3 for clarity is the 10 of Cups, which is always a nice card to receive. The 10 of Cups is, again, water sign energy. The 10 speaks to a theme of completion. So you're ending one chapter and beginning another. This ending of the chapter, I hope, in reflection with this card, is dealing with happiness and alignment, meaning that you ended it on a good note. Or that was what you wanted. If not you, the other person. It was the intent. It may not have been the result, but it was the intent. Second card is the 2 of Wands. The 2 speaks to the theme of duality, and the Wands are fire signs. That's you, Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. 2 of Wands deals with progress and discovery. So it could be that you're learning through situations at hand that you're making progress towards this happiness or alignment, or you're discovering things that will lead you to happiness or alignment. But even the focus here from this Two of Wands is back on this Ten of Cups. How do I get there? What do I need to do? How can I progress to that? Or discovering something that could lead to it. A discovery that leads to your happiness or alignment in that 6th house of work and health. For some of you, it may be that you just need to go like see a chiropractor and get your back aligned. Third card in the top 3 for clarity is the Devil card. The thing or person that you may be no longer dealing with, no longer capable of reaching, that there's been some disappointment and walking away from. It could be surrounding or involving a great deal of energy from a Capricorn, because we have the Devil that has shown up. The Devil is the 15th card of the major arcana. 1 + 5 is 6. Speaking to that 6th house focus that is going on in the first half of the month. Capricorn deals with your self-imposed limits. It can also be where you self-sabotage. It could be that the devil is in the details at work or in your health, and that you have to be very very analytically driven to find the errors, if that is what's going on. If it's like an error in a diagnosis, it could be that the charting is wrong or the dosage is wrong, that there's some sort of there's some self-undoing going on in here. And Sagittarius, it may not be you. It may be the person that is dealing with the Capricorn energy, or is the Capricorn, where you're seeing the results of their actions play out. And it's like, you were the messenger. You told them not to do this. You warned them, you warned them, you warned them. They didn't listen. And now they're struggling, trying to get back on a path of alignment or happiness. And you're like, you're not going to do it till you handle the devil. I mean, and again, you've got to name it to tame it. So what is the devil that is causing problems for you? Who is the devil? Is it an addiction? Is it something that you're doing to self-sabotage yourself? Is it sabotage that somebody is putting on you? Is it sabotage that you're putting on someone else? Who are you codependently tied to? Who is codependently tied to you? It may be that you have to cut those cords to get back to the path of happiness and alignment. It could be that you have been drugged down by this deeply dense feeling Capricorn energy. Okay, and now let's talk about Capricorn for a second, because Capricorn is going through it right now. Let's say you're a Sagittarius and you've got a Capricorn. Let's say you're a Sag Sun and you've got a Capricorn rising and a Virgo moon. The Capricorn rising part of you is going through hell. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, going to be retrograde from the end of April into October, conjuncting the South Node. I did a lot of videos on this. I'll have them kind of linked up to where you can see them either through the April dailies. I've also got them tagged on to the April monthly video playlist that will be at the end of this video. But go and listen to some of that to help give you more information about the Capricorn stuff that's going on, because Pluto is there, Capricorn is there, the South Node of the Moon is there, and all of those things indicate for me, and I've said it before in several different readings, that this transit, this point in time, is, especially in the area of Capricorn, going through a sacred destruction for the sake of sacred reconstruction. Meaning whatever has been built on that platform of Capricorn may not have been built to code. It may not have been well kept and is now dealing with rot. But it needs to be taken down and cleaned and reassembled. If it can be reassembled. If it can't, don't force it. So, it's a lot to go on. It's a lot to digest. Your main focus is work and health for the first half of the month. Second half, it's going to be your relationships. My hope for you is the happiness and alignment. My hope is that is your aim and your goal. And it feels like, just by looking at it, by my gut reaction to it, cords need to be cut surrounding the devil. Either a Capricorn, someone with their sun, moon, or rising in Capricorn, or like embodying those archetypes of the Capricorn energy. That's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I'm going to start the May daily videos as soon as this series is finished. I'm having to re-record 8 of the 12 monthly videos because I lost 8 of my videos when my computer decided to lose its mind for a moment. It's no big deal. Obviously, there was something in those videos that y'all didn't need to hear, so we're at it again. Take care of yourself. I'm sending you a lot of love, Sagittarius. Please be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others, because they're going through things just like you are, and some of us don't speak about it to anyone. We have no idea what other people are going through, and it doesn't cost us anything to be kind. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Take care, and good luck. Bye.